Happy Tuesday. I am recording this on the Tuesday week of Thanksgiving, and I am also going to pop this onto my YouTube channel, which I am growing. And I recently found, just making sure that I'm live in the group. I'm not seeing it yet. I found out recently that in order to make my YouTube channel in sync with my branding, I have to have, and I'm not seeing that I'm live in the group yet. So weird. I'm looking on my computer screen to make sure that I am live. I see somebody is joining in. Would you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Because I'm not seeing that I'm live in the group. Hey, Jeanette, are you able to hear me okay? I'm live. Good. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining. I am also going to pop this video on my YouTube channel. And I was just saying that what I found out is that my YouTube channel has a super odd URL. And there's Catherine and Jeanette. Hey! So in order to change that URL, YouTube requires me to have 100 subscribers. So I'm going to pop this video onto my YouTube channel as well. And I thank you, all of you who have subscribed. I appreciate it, so that I can change that URL. And today we're going to talk about balance. Catherine and Jeanette were two women from this group that were in my group coaching. And my group coaching is part of my membership package for Visions to Profits members. They get one monthly group coaching. They also get a free group coaching call. They get weekly accountability meetings, and then they get one group coaching. And what that looked like before, and then we'll get on to the topic here of balance. What that looked like before I became certified as a coach was bring an obstacle, and we'd have 2 or 3 of us show up, and then we would talk about how to grow in business and in life. And because I'm taking a master coaching certification, I am finding that I get to grow as well as the group by bringing a topic. And I thought it was really powerful last week. And I appreciate Jeanette and Catherine showing up and participating. And I'm curious to know how those tasks have been working out for you that you came up with. So if you could let us know. Thank you for joining the Tuesday tool of the week. We're going to talk about balance today. That was a topic that we talked about in the Visions to Profits membership Focus Forward meeting this morning. And one of the members came up with, or shared with us, that she has I have trouble saying this word, Ayurvedic? Correct me if I'm wrong in the pronunciation of that word, coach. And what she has learned is the 70% rule. So what that looked like, and I loved that she shared this, what that looked like is that 70% of the time she's balanced. I think I heard that right. And if she listens to this later, she can hopefully correct me. I'll tag her actually after this. So to strive for 70% balance. And I think we all have a different definition of what balance looks like in our lives and in our businesses. I was sharing this morning that I'm a more junkie. So if I do something and I get results, I want more. And often I take it to the next level, and then I have burnout. Can anyone relate to that? Here's an example. Let's see, what is... Jeanette says, it was so helpful. The group coaching was so helpful for you. I wish I could see it on my computer. Hold on, let me look. There we go. Okay. I'm wondering if it's my connection over here on this end. Yeah, I can't see. Okay. The group coaching was so helpful for you. You, so using empowering words and leaving your cell phone in the kitchen so that you have to get up in the morning instead of hitting snooze. My day starts and stays more calm when I'm up and able to have quiet morning practice. Thank you. That's wonderful to hear. Jeanette, we were on the group coaching call. We're backtracking a little bit. We were talking about alignment and I'm not getting the comments on my computer. We're talking about alignment and how that's in sync with priorities and what was the other thing we talked about? Priorities and goals, are they in sync? And staying aligned, which is all about balance. How do we stay aligned to create more balance in our lives, right? And Jeanette came up with an idea from another group member who suggested Jeanette was struggling with getting up early in the morning. And so the other member that was on the group coaching said, oh, put your phone in the other room with the alarm on in the kitchen. So now Jeanette has to get up to answer her phone, and it's working, right? And that's the beauty of group coaching. It's me, my job as the coach is to ask questions to get you to come up with your own answers. And then, well, that's coaching. And then the group works together to help each other to come up with answers, to help each other to keep moving forward. And that's what coaching is all about. It's about helping you to keep moving forward. Consulting is me giving you, teaching you something, like the vision mapping workshop that's coming up December 2nd, little plug there. That is me facilitating a workshop, showing you the framework, and then you create the plan to get the results that you're looking for. Coaching is about me as a coach asking you questions to help you to formulate your own answers to keep moving forward. And then the group coaching, the group helps each other. And so that was what it was on. It was on alignment, and that is in sync with balance. So last night, I've been swimming twice a week. So I'm a more junkie, like I just said, and I have learned over time through many therapies and supportive spiritual friends that I run things by, that less is often best for me when it comes to exercising. I know it sounds odd. I've overdone it in the past, and I'm a recovering bulimic, and so I am mindful when I'm working out. And the goal a month ago for me was to get into the pool twice a week. And I had no idea what was going to come of that. I was a competitive swimmer and a swim team captain, super competitive, right? I grew up with brothers, super competitive, athlete all my life. So I got in the pool, and the first day I swam 50 laps. And my husband just looks at me and goes, you can't do anything halfway, can you? Well, it feels good, right? I can do that. I can swim. Well, then I saw a sign, because I forgot how far a mile was. A mile is 72 laps, back and forth, back and forth. 1 is 1, back is 2, right? So 72 laps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 72 times is a mile. So I saw that on the wall, and I thought, a mile? If I'm at 50, I can do a mile. So I started swimming a mile. Well, then last week I thought, I can swim a mile without stopping. And so the last several times I've gone, I've swam a mile without stopping, and I kind of kick butt. I've got this cool underwater headset that I use, and so I can hear music. So last night, this is getting on the balance topic, I said to my husband, geez, I'm going twice a week. I'm doing a mile. I wonder when I should up it. I wonder if I should go more. And he just looks at me. He's so good. No judgment, right? Nothing in his, like, no judgment at all. He looks at me and he says, what if, he's so funny, what if for this week you kept doing what you're doing? And I look at him. He's so good for me. I looked at him and I said, oh, twice a week, 1 mile each time. And he goes, yeah, that's working, right? Just for this week, do that. I'm like, I can do that because I walk every day too, right? So it like takes that out of my head. And that, I believe, is that part of that balance where I talked about, or where that member talked about the 70% rule, right? I am sure I'm not alone. I'm sure a lot of you are super competitive and strive for that 100% every day, right? And then for me, what happens is I often beat myself up when I don't get to the 100, and then I just bag it. Well, if I'm not swimming every day, what's the sense? I'm not even going to go, right? There's that 70% rule. If we can obtain 70% balance, we're batting 1,000, right? So I think the 4 ingredients for balance is, the first one I put, perfection. We can strive for perfection, and be perfectly okay with imperfection. I love that. I love that motto in my life, that I am perfectly imperfect, right? I'm always striving for perfection, and yet I'm not looking to be that 10 anymore, right? You know, when you fill out those surveys, where are you on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being really low, 10 being really high? I usually end up putting an 8 or a 9, right? I'm happy right there, 8 or 9. Because in my brain, perfection is really something I'm striving for, right? Like I'm not going to get there. That's okay. I'm striving for it, that 70%. And then under perfection, I put goals and priorities. And Jeanette just said, since your group coaching call, I focused on little things I can do every day. Good for you, Jeanette. Little things, right? It's those little tiny tasks that we can do every single day that add up. And that's the goals and priorities, right? So we have a goal out there. And if we do these tasks, these little tasks every day, we get closer to that goal. And we do often hit the goal, right? We often exceed the goal when we take those little tiny actions every day. Am I going to be perfect when I hit the goal? I'm not going to be. I'm striving for perfection, and I'm okay with the imperfectly perfect me, right? So those little tiny tasks that we can do every day add up. And that's part of the vision mapping workshop as well. And I'm doing them quarterly. So we're breaking them down into quarters. So they're really obtainable goals. They're quarterly goals. I mean, women that show up do them for the full year. The women that have been coming to the workshop for years, they're loving breaking it down into quarters. They're seeing the results in the quarters. And then they can make the goals really specific with the action steps, small goals, small, big goals, whatever, however we choose to look at it. And then create the action steps for the quarterly goal. The second thing I put down for importance of balance is do what you love. How often do we hear that? Do what you love. Do what you love, and you never have to work another day in your life. Do what you love, and everything will be unicorns and rainbows. Do what you love And there will be tasks under what you love that are going to be mundane and they're going to be boring, and that's okay. Because if we're doing what we love, we will figure out a way to prioritize those tasks, those mundane tasks that we all have to do, right, to get where we want to go, to reach our goals. Jeanette, thanks for showing up. Thank you. I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving. So do what you love is a great thing to strive for, and know that there's going to be mundane tasks under doing what we love. And if we prioritize those and we build in accountability, the chances of us getting those tasks done are going to be greater than if we don't have that accountability set in place and the prioritization set in place. The third element under balance that I came up with, the third bulletin, the third important thing, prioritize health and self-care. If we prioritize taking care of ourselves, for me it's meditating, it's prayer, it's acupuncture, it's swimming, it's walking, it's eating healthy, then I'm able to focus a little more clearly to get those tasks done, to reach the goals, to accomplish balance. Oftentimes when I'm coaching people, when I'm working with people, I see it reversed. They put the job, the business, the whatever first, and healthcare, self-care goes at the bottom. If that's reversed and self-care goes at the top, all other things can more easily, is that correct verbiage, flow into creating balance. So self-care, what does self-care look like to you? Perhaps write a list of what self-care looks like to you. What does it look like? What does it feel like if you are taking care of yourself first? How will you feel? And then unplugging. Unplugging. Permission to unplug. My goal every single night is to be off of my social media at 8 o'clock at night. Does it happen? No. Because I'm perfectly imperfect. My setting on my cell phone tells me at 8 o'clock that I'm done, that it's off limits. And then what happens is I usually hit ignore and I give myself more time. It's a goal, I'm a work in progress. It's a work in progress to be off my phone every night at 8 o'clock. I believe I did it twice last week, and you know what? I slept like a baby. When I'm snacking at night and scrolling randomly on social media, I struggle sleeping. So those were my 4 bulletin points that I came up with to help with balance in life. Perfection, practicing being perfectly imperfect, right? Doing what you love, and then creating structure around that, prioritizing, accountability. And then, and actually this one should go first, health, prioritizing health and self-care. Okay, so prioritizing health and self-care, I would put for me first. And then unplugging. Those are some helpful tips and tools for you to create and to maintain balance in your day-to-day activities. And I will pop a free tool for you, 5 life balance tools for you to download. A lot of you have already downloaded that. And if you have already downloaded that, what is one thing that you're using from that download? I thank you so much for listening today, for commenting, for joining in, whether you're joining in on my women's free community, which is called, it's on Facebook, it's called Women's Success Community, and that's women's with an apostrophe S. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you for joining in as well, and I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this. My hope is that this has been of help to you, and I look forward to hearing comments how you are creating balance. Happy day.